In this video, I'm going to be discussing the differences between saving and expanding your income and why one of them is significantly more powerful than the other one. Hey everyone, this is Matt. Welcome back to another Blind to Billionaire video. Today is Tuesday and I'm excited to have another passive income video in this series. So welcome back. Like I just said, I'm going to be talking about the differences between saving and expanding your income and why one of the two, I think you probably know which one, is more powerful than the other one. I'm going to give you some examples, so let's get right into it. I'm going to be talking about saving first. You hear this all the time from all these people who are gurus and all these financial experts that claim to know so much about getting rich and building wealth. They talk about if you want to get wealthy, you need to save. Well, let me tell you why I completely disagree with that idea, and it is possibly the worst idea out there. Now, let me preface this by just saying, I'm not saying you should burn through all your money and spend everything you earn every single month. I think that's not smart at all. But I do want to say I do believe in saving some money in the event there's a situation that arises where you need emergency money and you have something to fall back on. Typically, I like to say a minimum of 3 months of your living expenses, preferably more like 6 months or even 9 months if you're very conservative. So what do I mean by that? Really quick before I get into the saving idea. I mean, basically, calculate your living expenses. So your mortgage, your rent, your utilities, any car payments or student loans, any payments that you have, any expenses you have over the course of a month, calculate that all out, figure out what that number is, multiply it by 3, by 6, by 9, whatever that number is, and strive to save that amount of money and just set it aside. Don't touch it. It's more like an emergency fund. In the event where your income maybe dries up, something happens, you have something to fall back on for, like I said, a minimum of 3 months, more like 6 months, something like that. But anyway, that's what I want to say. I believe in that type of saving, but otherwise saving up large sums of money, I think is a terrible idea. Let me get into it. All right, saving money. That's what everybody says. The gurus out there say, save all your money and you'll get rich. Well, that's a terrible idea. Here's why. Let's just give an example. Let's say you work at a job and after taxes, again, this is a hypothetical example. After taxes, you take home $1,000. Okay, so after taxes, you take home $1,000. Let's say your living expenses are $800. So your mortgage, your rent, your utilities, any payments you have, your grocery bills, your phone bill, anything like that, all of your expenses add up to $800. So you get to save $200 a month. That's great. Over the course of a year, that calculates out to $2,400. So in the course of 12 months, a year, you've managed to put away $2,400, which is awesome. I mean, that's great. Congratulations. But there's something called inflation and the purchasing power of the money that we have. So what do I mean by that? Well, inflation, unfortunately, is depleting the purchasing power of our money. So $2,400 today is still $2,400 in a year from now, but your purchasing power of that money is not the same. That $2,400 today could buy you, I don't even know, just make an example. It could buy you something. It could buy you a really cheap used car. It could buy you maybe like a vacation, something like that. But that's today. Fast forward a year from now, that same $2,400 is not going to buy you the same amount of goods and services, not even close. So let me give you an example. Let's say that you're someone who loves going to your favorite coffee shop and buying a coffee 5 days out of the week. Monday through Friday, you're there bright and early every morning at your favorite coffee shop getting a coffee. And let's just say it costs $5, okay? So $5 Monday through Friday, that's 5 days per week. You're spending $5 on a coffee. That's $25 per week. If we extrapolate that over the course of a month, that's $100 a month. And let's just say you get this great idea from some guru that says, save all your money and you'll get rich. And you buy into this idea and you say, you know what? I'm done spending $5 a day, $25 a week, and I'm going to save that money instead. Well, okay, that's great. So you're saving $100 per month, which again extrapolates out into $1,200 in a year. Well, you've given up something that you absolutely love. It makes you happy. You get joy from it. You love doing this, but yet you've given it up so that you can save that $5 a day. Well, let's just say we fast forward a year from now and we go back to the same example. You go back to your favorite coffee shop to order your $5 coffee. You walk in the door and you look at the menu only to find out, uh-oh, the price changed. It's now $6. Well, guess what? That $100 per month that it was costing you a year ago, it's now only going to get you 3 weeks worth of coffee versus 4 weeks previously. So once again, it's not that your money is worth, it's not that, well, basically what I'm saying is like the purchasing power of your dollar over the course of the last year has depleted a little bit. So now that same $100 is only getting you 3 weeks worth of coffee versus 4. So I guess that's one kind of example of, I kind of go behind the method and kind of the premise of spend your money on something that you love. If it's something that you absolutely love and it makes you happy, just do it. The reason is, my point with that example was over the course of a year, buying your $5 coffee 5 days per week is saving you $100 a month. Honestly, who cares? If it makes you that happy, it's worth $100 a month, right? It's worth $5 a day to do that. If it makes you so happy, then do it. There's a much better method that will make you, that'll build wealth for you and give you far more freedom than saving your $100 per month. So let's get into this example. Now, what I said at the beginning of the video is saving versus expanding your income. I buy into the theory of expanding your income. Now, how can you do that? Let's go back to the same example we just had. You go to a job, you take home $1,000 per month from your job. Your living expenses are still $800, so you get to save $200 per month. Let's just say in your free time, when you're not working, you set up a passive income source that generates an additional $200 per month. Wow, so great. You get to save $200 from from your earnings, plus an additional $200 from the passive income source that you've set up. Sweet. So now that's $400 per month or $4,800 per year. You've just doubled your money. And you did all of this in your spare time. And since it's a passive income source, you still get paid because you put the initial work in, and now you have this passive income source generating this additional $200 per month for a total of $400 per month. Now let's just say you go back to the example of getting your coffee each month. Okay, so you spend $100 per month on coffee, whereas you're still saving your $200 from your job, plus the additional $100 after you've spent the $100 on your coffee. So there you have $300. Do you see the power in this? I mean, I could keep going on with more examples, but basically what I'm saying is if you continue to expand your income versus trying to be one of these people that saves your money, you're going to be much, much farther ahead. Let's just say in your spare time, once again, you generate another passive source of income that generates another $200 per month. So you have the $200 from your job, the $200 from your first passive source, and now the $200 from your second passive source, which a total of $600 per month, or over the course of a year, is $7,200. Again, do you see the power in this? Once you start building up more of these passive sources of income, you continue to expand your income. All of a sudden, you can take this money and you can start rolling it into bigger and better ideas, programs, passive sources of income that'll start throwing off even bigger numbers than $200 a month. Again, do you kind of see the power behind this? It's very exciting. Here's the downfall with saving. You're saving money from a fixed amount. Again, going back to the example, you earn money, whatever it is, take home is $1,000, and you get that $200 that you're saving on average, right? Well, what happens when a birthday comes up, or holidays, or an unexpected repair to a vehicle, or medical bill, or some kind of other thing? Let's say you drop your phone and you break your phone. You need to buy a new phone. Well, that's not cheap. Well, I mean, how much is a phone? A few $100? Well, there goes 2 or 3 months worth of saving. Whereas if you set up some passive income sources, maybe it's only 1 month of income that you've spent on maybe a new phone or unexpected expenses that you weren't expecting before. So again, I hope I'm driving this point home that saving money is great. Like I said at the very beginning, I'm a huge advocate for saving a minimum of like a 3-month or 6-month reserve fund. But other than that, I'm a huge advocate for taking your money, doing something useful with it so that it starts generating more money. I'm going to get into something a little bit more in depth here in just a second. But I just want to say this is kind of beyond the scope of this video. I can definitely get into it more, but I just want to hit on this a little bit. There's something called velocity of money. Basically, the speed at which money moves. Saving money is dead money. Saving money is not moving. It's sitting there in a savings account or a checking account earning basically zero interest. Other words, I call that dead money. It's doing nothing other than decaying every single day because of inflation and the loss of purchasing power. That same money that you have saved today, the same amount, whatever it is, a year from now will not be able to get you anywhere near the amount of goods and services it did today. For example, just think of what's going on right now. You walked into a grocery store 4 months ago, you could buy a loaf of bread for, say, $3. You walk into a grocery store today, that same loaf of bread, I guarantee it's not $3. It's probably more like $3.75 or $4. That's a perfect example of the loss of purchasing power of the money. It's the same money, but guess what? It doesn't go as far. It doesn't buy you as much goods and services out in the world. So let's get back to the example of velocity of money. The speed at which money moves. The faster you can get that money moving out in the world, the faster it's going to multiply. So what I like to call money, in like when Corey and I talk about it, we talk about it as employees or little soldiers. We send the little employees out and the soldiers out into the world, and their job is multiply as much as you can and as quickly as you can. That's the job of money, for it to multiply. There's two ways you can make money. You can work for it, or it can work for you. Trust me, the second one is way, way, way more powerful. When money works for you, it builds so dang fast, you won't even know where it came from, because it's like, holy crap, it just multiplied like 10 times and I don't even know how. So anyway, I hope this gives you an idea into the power of, again, passive income and the power of expanding your income versus saving. Saving's great, but it's not a good idea if you want to build wealth and get freedom from the money that you're not saving, but the money that you're building. If you want ultimate freedom, it's about building and expanding your income through passive sources of income. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I love this topic. I could sit here literally and talk about this stuff forever because I just absolutely love it. It's just really fun to me. But anyway, if you like this passive income series, I just started it a few weeks ago. Every Tuesday, I'm going to be uploading a new video about passive income. Last week's video was passive versus earned income and why one of them is so much more powerful. So go back and check that video out. Otherwise, 2 weeks ago, I also had another video talking about passive income. You might want to check that one out too. And of course, next Tuesday, I'm really pumped to produce that video and get it out to you. So thanks so much for watching this. I hope you have a great day. And I hope this video gets you to start thinking a little bit outside the box. It's unfortunate that our society continues to tell us, save your money. Well, sorry, but that's kind of a loser's mindset and mentality. It's not going to get you anywhere. Trust me. In a few years from now, that money that you have saved is going to be worthless. It's a hard thing to say, but it's the truth. Unfortunately, our money is being devalued so quickly right now that in just a few years, this money that we have floating around that you've saved up and worked so hard for, it's not going to be worth anything. So do yourself a favor, expand your income. Have a great day, everybody. I'll see you again soon.